Hey there, it's Sadie. Personal vlog number 2. I think I just might do this to the whole process. Like, I don't know, why not, right? So grief has been like a really kind of an elusive emotion for me. I don't know. I've been like having a little bit of a hard time tapping into it. So because like all the people that have maybe like transitioned for me, I don't know, they didn't really like, I wasn't really like close to them. Like my grandpa, I loved him, but I wasn't really close to him. The people that I know, like friends, like they were all older, so I kind of like justified it, you know? So I wasn't really sure if I had even really had a grief thing. I did tell you about like the Gaia, crying for Gaia, and then I did cry, my inner child cried for my dad for like 2 minutes. And you know, my friend who lost her child, I grieved for her, right? I wasn't grieving for him so much as for her, like as a mother. So anyways, I've been sort of reflecting today, like, have I even lost something that became an opportunity to appreciate it? Because that's, I have this is what I've been doing. If you flip your boxes upside down, it can kind of like, you can use them as a holder. So if you ever want to keep an oracle card like out with you all day, like here, can you see that? Like you can kind of like flip it upside down and like, you know, have a little oracle card stand, which is helpful because then like if I'm looking over there, you know, I catch the grief and I'm like, oh yeah, right. Like I'm supposed to be clearing grief. So a big question for me is, why do I refuse to grieve? Like, why did I refuse to grieve for, my biological father? And like my grandpa was interesting. I had just had my son. So this is 15 years ago. He was only 3 months old and, my grandpa passed away. Okay. So I knew he was old, but here's the thing. After he transitioned, you know, everyone's organizing his funeral, and nobody wants to talk at his funeral, right? So I volunteered. I said, I'll talk. I'll get up in front of the church and say some words. I didn't know what I was getting into. So as I was sitting down that night, I sat down with paper, and I feel like I channeled him, or like brought his energy in. This was the first time I ever like had this experience. But what I wrote was a poem that could not have been more perfect for him. And I feel like I had his help. So it was hard for me to feel like I had lost him, because right after he transitioned, I felt him. So I was in a different place than everybody else. I just didn't feel it because I had felt his energy or something. I just didn't see the loss, I guess. And I never see the loss over stuff. So anyways, I'm a little bit not stuck with this, but I'm just really reflective. No crying today. Yay. No crying today, Sadie. Good job. Yet. But I think I grieve more for imagined future loss, right? So anyways, what I came up with is that, and this was my page here, is that, you know, even though I didn't grieve, my father, what I could tap into to clear is, I grieve like the fact that I never had a good father figure, right? I could grieve the loss that I never had that relationship, that connection. That happens a lot in my life, right? With people, with marriages, or like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, people can still be alive, and I have more of a connection to that feeling of grief for things that, right? What did they say? What did Katie say with that quote? There's no place for the love to go. That happens when people are still here, right? So anyways, I was getting funny with it. I said, good grief, LOL. And I do say that a lot. Like that could be like a subconscious thing, like good grief, right? Like, why do I do that? Maybe I think it's good. And I don't know. So anyways, I'm having some interesting time with, I'm so glad I'm not having like a total emotional breakdown, because that was hard on my body. Like I felt ill yesterday from that, all week actually. I'm not enjoying this vessel this week, that is for sure. So anyways, I'm getting ready to post the Oracle card just for the Patreon, and I pulled Ganesha. Okay, right? So I'm going to post this, clear of obstacles. Like here I am trying to journal grief, and yeah, so Ganesha comes through. But here's what I want to show you real quick, because it is relevant. So I like to look at the bottom of the deck, and guess what's on the bottom? Osiris, which is father, husband, brother, son energy. That masculine energy that I've been like, why? Like that I've been reflecting on, like I grieve the absence of our relationship. So I was just like, one of those moments where you're like, oh, right? Like Oracle cards on point for sure. So anyways, good luck on your journaling. If you find yourself releasing, release. If you're not releasing, then that's okay. Maybe you've already done the work, or maybe like me, like with this one, I'm just reflecting like, why do I refuse to grieve, right? Right? Maybe I just don't really resonate with it, or it just hasn't been like something that is, you know what I fear. So it's like, okay. So anyways, tonight is guilt. Come to my guilt party. If you don't, I'll guilt you. All right, anyways, thanks for the mini vlog. This one's only going to be 7 minutes, not like the 20-minute breakdown in the van. I'm just going to do this for me, just to get me talking about things, and I do appreciate your support, and I'm glad that we can support each other and uplift each other. Thank you so much. Goodness gracious. Much love. See ya.